Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. Now in the last episode, whoa, weird little time change thing there, that's okay. The last episode we made our Ankylosaurus exhibit, and my goodness, is it a beautiful set of creatures. They are absolutely gorgeous, but we've done quite a bit since then, and I want to catch you up. Oh, I won't say quite a bit. We've done some things offline that don't really require audiences to see or, you know, watch me click a button that I want to catch you up on and then go over what our goals are for today. So first and foremost, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, I absolutely love all of the support lately. I'm never going to stop bragging about you guys' support because it's such a fun thing to have. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. You can do so continually by giving the video a like, by subbing to the channel, and of course leaving comments in the comment section because I do read all of them. I just need a little bit of catch up for some of the Planet Coaster ones. Anyways, the differences that we have established now is, one, we now have male dinosaurs. Now this is going to be really crazy because eventually dinosaurs, they can mate and they will mate and they will have little baby dinosaurs of their own. So we're going to see what happens when we start releasing the males into the area and seeing just what kind of fun things get down, if you know what I mean. Now, we have a couple of Psittacosauruses. Let's go ahead and release both of these males here. Oh, we got a mutation. Oh, yes, I've never had a mutation before. Oh, an albino Psittacosaurus. Oh, this is so cool. I thought it was a glitch. I thought there was an issue with the game, but no. We finally got a mutation. That's so cool. Hopefully we'll get more and more mutations to really differentiate everyone, because that looks awesome. Oh my word, does it look gorgeous. Yeah, no, you're cool, dude. You're cool. You're cool. I'll get out of your face. But yeah, so we're going to start slowly integrating and bringing in male dinosaurs into all the exhibits. Our Charonasaurus, I said that right? Yeah, our Charonasaurus will start working well over there, and then we do need one for our Dilophosaurus. So we could go ahead and start getting those queued up. I did one for the Charonasaurus already. What other creatures do we have? We have a Parasaurolophus. That's right, we have a Pachyrhinosaurus and a Styracosaurus. So let's go ahead and do that just real quick. So there's our Parasaurolophus. We're going to go ahead and put that guy in the queue. A Styracosaurus, we're going to put that in the queue. And then we have our Pachyrhinosaurus. Absolutely. Okay, cool. So we have those guys. Hopefully they will have fun. Hopefully this doesn't overcrowd this place just too much. You can see crowding is still a big issue. I don't know that I want to extend the park technically. Although what I could do is simply bring this thing out a little more and kind of fake the fake the expansion of the park just to satiate the dinosaurs, because again, they did really like it last time when we first made the exhibit. I don't know what their deal is now. We are going to go ahead and extend it. I just want to see if that has an effect or not. And part of me does want to go all the way to here. No one can really see that exhibit, so I think a transition here wouldn't be too out of limits. Now, admittedly, they can just like walk over this, so I may actually bump this up just for kicks and giggles. And then we're going to see what happens when I do this. Do we have a big giant exhibit here? Hello, hi. Hello, can I not select on you? Oh shoot, I can't. Okay, yep, that right there. I'm sure someone's screaming at me right now. We gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. We're gonna see if this prevents them. I don't know that it will, and it looks like we gotta do some modification. Be right back. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we should still be okay. Everyone should still be functional. Okay, the crowding's gone down a little bit, which maybe will make things a little bit better, but I still think that's okay. I think we'll be okay. I can't imagine they'd wander too far into this, because this does tend to get deep, and we can make it deeper if that's what we want to do. So for instance, I can pull like a 4 meters deep here. Maybe I can't. I mean, I can just make this to where it's not worth it to even venture over there because you'll drown. Okay, maybe that'll be good enough. But again, this whole time we've had things getting ready. So for instance, our Charonosauruses. Bada bing, bada boom. Did I do 3 males? Must have done 3 males. We have our male Styracosaurus and our Pachyrhinosaurus. We don't have our Parasaurolophus ready, and I accidentally got some, I don't know what they're called, Lambeosaurus. So we have some Lambeosaurus that we'll need to take care of. Okay, sorry, that took way longer than anticipated. Today's goals. Okay, today's goals is we need to beautify our park a little bit. I know it's pretty darn beautiful right now. That's me being a little arrogant, maybe. But there's a lot of open spaces, and I don't like wide open spaces because it, one, creates a lot of heat if we're thinking realistically. All of this exposed pavement would just be a huge heat generator, especially the white concrete over here and over here on this park. And so what we need to do is we need to start getting more of this sort of stuff going on, a lot more of this stuff going on, and a lot more of these sort of things going on. Not necessarily to crowd the place up, because I don't want it to be crowded. But again, there's lots of open spaces that I feel we could improve our park with and make it look a little more gorgeous, a little more well-maintained, things of that nature. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. It's going to be real simple things. It's going to be real simple things like maybe some planters all along this route with some plants in them. It's going to be maybe not this intense, but a lot more of this style of stuff where kids can, you know, play around and splash while their parents are eating or whatever that sort of deal is. Now we are going to go into night mode. That is something that I can't change. As far as I know, I can't change the weather or the time of day, unlike we could in Planet Coaster. So we are going to go into nighttime because this is sandbox mode and I can't control anything else. We do have lots of feeders that are needing done, so hopefully our people will come in and they will start taking care of that because that's very importante. But anyways, let's start our first round of beautification. Let's get to it. All right, everybody. A little bit longer, as usual, that things tend to take place. But I think we'll work on this maybe in another episode. Because I didn't want to have, the entire episode be just beautifying this. So maybe every episode we take, 5 or 10 minutes of real time, shrink it down just to add some more fluff and stuff. But essentially, this, I think, is a pretty darn good start. It really fills the area out. It doesn't look as empty, and I think this is just some fun, really cool creations, modifying that space, things of that nature, to really fill the area and make it not seem, well, I've already said that, so excuse me, it's been an early morning. But I still think it looks great. I think it looks good. I think it really helps fill the park out. Now, in terms of all of our creatures and stuff, we're actually really doing good, everything except for like staff welfare. And so what I think needs to happen is I think I need to build another staff management area over here, so that way they have a space to work in. Because again, they would have to walk all the way over here just to satiate that. And I just don't think it's causing, I think it is causing some logistical and wariness issues. So we definitely want to think about that in the near future. Now, the one thing I wanted to do before we end today's episode is we do have all of these, why can't I think of their names? I can never think of their names in the moment. A Charonasaurus. We have only one type, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They are going to be gorgeous creatures. I do love how it simulates the real-time weather. So these look a little different because you're seeing what they're going to look like in the rain. Now, exhibit crowding is potentially going to be an issue, but that's okay. We just need a strength medium fence security, and then they actually enjoy quite a few different, some coastal, some wetland, and some tropical. They like a lot of forest, a decent amount of water, plants, and fruits. Now, as we saw here in this exhibit with the ankylosauruses, is that we have our coastal region, which was a nice little transition from the big thick redwoods right along the edge of the sea down to something a little more forest-like almost, to where I would say it's just coastal in general. What we might do here is we may transition from a coastal down into a wetland and have a little bit more water. So that's kind of the goal here. We're going to leave this space open because I am going to flesh it out with some restaurants and things of that nature, because even though there's just some across the bridge, you know how kids are. You know how grown-ups are, really, and that they definitely want all of their own food right here, right now. So we're going to leave this space open, and we're going to go ahead and start with our, what is it called? A Charonasaurus exhibit. All right, now unfortunately, I guess the daylight is coming through. If we were to do this, it'd still be really, really early morning. But these, once again, they just always look absolutely gorgeous. Do we have any crowding issues? We do, but that's okay. I think they'll definitely be all right. So what do they want? They want tropical, wetlands, and coastal. And I think we can, again, do a good meld of all of those. So we are going to go into our coastal, and we are simply going to do our coastal pines. And again, just right along the outskirts here, maybe even our redwoods, get a little bit right along that outskirt. There we go. And then we're going to switch into our tropical. Now we do have a tropical rainforest, which has very, very gorgeous blend of trees and our shrubs. But I do kind of want to, again, kind of just work on mixing and matching some of these to where we kind of have a really good mix of all of it. And our tropical prairie is very tropical prairie-ish. Lots of really small creatures, small everything over there. But I don't see why it isn't outside of reason to have a little bit of a transitional blend of all of these in order to make them feel right at home. So I think we're actually, not actually way too much forests. So we do want to focus more on, nope, I said tree removal, please. We do want to do a little bit more of the prairie style then. Again, having that transition isn't a bad thing. but apparently it's not quite what they're wanting. Sweet, and they're just on the edge of the biome of water, excuse me, the water that they really like enjoying. So that's pretty darn simple. We're gonna make this just a little bit deeper, just to add a little bit more depth to our pond and our exhibit. Oh, nope, that just deleted everything. We're gonna go and dig down deep here, and then we're gonna smooth it out just a little, so that way we have a really solid transition. There we go. And then of course we do want some rocks and things of that nature, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add some rocks real quick. And now obviously they need a feeder. Let's go there. And the plants. Oh, and we need a gate. Durr. We're actually going to add 2 enclosure gates on this one. So that way I can make sure that they have full access, the employees have full access to the park. There we go. And they should be able to start refilling that soon. We're going to call all the staff to refill. And again, it's just even more justification for a smaller thing here. Logistically speaking, we should be able to have a lot of feeder stations everywhere, so that way they don't have to go all the way across the park just to be able to feed those creatures. Now, they are doing okay. They're actually doing pretty darn great. And I think our exhibit is going to be at an A. It's at a B right now, but I think once they're filled up and once they're rocketing and rolling, we'll be okay. Now, what we could do a little cheeky waterfall placement here live. Again, any chance at all to utilize the chance to do a waterfall is going to be good for me. Now, I do wish they had like running water, because it would be kind of cool to be able to experience that. Now, what I could do is I do believe I could just do this and place it sideways. No, it looks like it always stays going down. Okay, never mind. Won't be good right there. People will know what I mean. People will know what I'm trying to accomplish there. And then, of course, we can do one over here as well. Water coming straight out of a rock is perfectly normal, by the way. No one question anything that I'm doing, okay? No one question it. But I actually do really enjoy waterfalls. They just look so good in this game. I wish Planet Coaster would get on this level, because I will say some of these effects especially, you can't beat. There's no game that beats it, in my opinion. So they do a really, really good job on making this really, really good and worthwhile for us. I don't add enough dead foliage into this place. I think that's a doggone shame. There we go. Okay, cool. I really like this. Oh, and they're swimming. Holy crap, they're swimming. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I did something weird. Oh, the animations look so good. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, cool. That's actually really, really awesome. Let's go ahead and get out of this. We're at 77%, but again, they are a little bit hungry and they are quite thirsty. So I know that they will utilize that once the people get in. This is a little funky. I may go ahead and just add another set of rocks here, because this is how I hide things. It's actually a really, really good method of hiding things. You don't like an imperfection in your park? Yeah, you just slap some rocks around it. Everybody loves rocks. No one's going to complain about rocks. And it does a really good job of simply hiding things that look real ugly. There we go. See, you would never have known that there was an imperfection there. You're just like, oh, that's a really cool set of rocks. I dig it. Now what we have to do to wrap this area up is we do have to bring in some viewing platforms. Now, this really, you wouldn't get much here. I mean, you could see some stuff, but we're not going to put that there. What we are going to do is, there's so much heavy foliage that what I might end up doing, this is just for the game mechanic's sake, I think. But I do think I'm going to have to put in another viewing platform. And we may have to customize that one up a little bit. But no, there's plenty of sightseeing to do, right, especially on this area. So that's what we're going to make sure that happens. And then, of course, we do have all of our standard dealios right here. I don't really like that. I like this a lot more. So we are going to place just a small handful. Like, we don't need tons of these TVs. But again, the aim here is that we can educate, which increases the chance of donations. And then last but certainly not least, our donation boxes by every single form of customer satisfaction. Is that overkill? It's probably a bit of overkill. But I do think it works. Increase those donation amounts. Very, very cool. Okay, once again, these guys will have a little more satiation once our people get there. Logistically speaking, I think we're just kind of... we're in a little bit of an overabundance or an overstretching, as it were. We could definitely hire some more laborers. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, the laborer system I don't really quite understand. I can afford the really expensive guys, so we've just been rocking lots of expensive people. Hopefully that will help solve the issue, but again, what we need to do is have some staff centers over here. We may even do another one of the bug things. We may do another, what is this? Grubs and garden, or greens. Yeah, we may have another garden section over here where people can, quote-unquote, interact even though they don't like it whatsoever. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do think that hits the end of today's episode. We are at 1.5 stars. Animal diversity, like we have lots of species here. What we need to do is, again, focus on more of our guests' needs. So, for instance, nutrition. There's a lot of not nutrition satisfied people over here. To be frank, there's a lot of non-nutrition people there. Lots of people need to go to the bathroom over here. Shopping is also a kind of detriment as they start crossing over here. So we need to kind of address all of those. So maybe we'll do that and then have a shopping center in the next episode. I think that would probably be pretty darn good. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. Our Lambeosaurus are looking... Oh, no, this is our Charonasaurus, right? Charonasaurus? Charonasaurus. Yes. Charonasaurus. They are desperately hungry. We'll get those filled. Don't you worry one single bit. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to let me know by giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications. Otherwise, keep supporting the channel because I very, very much appreciate it. The comments are incredibly supportive, and it keeps me going without a doubt. Thank you once again. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.